Hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara. I'm so excited for today's show because I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes sneak peek at what it's like to coach with me in my private coaching. My client, Dawn, was so gracious to allow me to share a little bit of one of her recent coaching sessions with you. And so I hope that you are coached by this just as much as she was, and that you get some insight into your own business and what you might need to do with your offers and with your messaging to make sure that you're crystal clear on who it is that you serve. Hey, it's Stephanie Ferrara, your Empowered Creativity Coach. Welcome to the Empowered Creativity Show. As a project manager in the corporate world, I grew to a point where I knew that I was born for more and I needed to get out. After an accident in 2017, I had my chance. As a Christ-centered business coach, I help women in the early stages of their coaching practice build group coaching programs and online courses for increased profit and impact.
And so one of the things I also want to talk about is once we go through what I've come up with for the career coaching plan and the life coaching plan, then I wanted your advice on should I come up with the ultimate VIP, which would be you purchase both the career coaching and the life coaching. So I've tried to make them distinctive enough where you would have quite a bit that's similar, but you would have to shift it for your personal relationships versus your work relationships. And then I threw in some things that I thought were very specific to home life versus personal life. So, for example, one of the VIP videos that I would do on on the career coaching plan was public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I would explain it on the website that public speaking is not getting up and giving a professional presentation on a stage all the time. When I talk about helping somebody be more confident in their public speaking, it could be just contributing at a meeting. Maybe your boss wants you to lead the meeting with 3 other people, but this is an important meeting. That is to me public speaking.
Right.
And so I offer that for the career plan versus on the personal life coaching plan. One of the other subjects I offered was, I think, my thing about personality types. Like I have one on personality types for the office, personality types for home, and on one of the life coaching ones, I offered a decluttering session. I offered time management. I've got time management for both, but anyway,
my initial thoughts as I look through it is it's I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
With not leaving anybody out. Okay.
Right.
But you really do have to say, I'm either, because you need to be known for one thing. And
Okay.
like, it still bugs me today, 2 years later, there are people that are like, she's a life coach. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm a business coach. Now,
Yeah.
can I help you with life things too? Definitely. But I'm a business coach. I'm going to help you get your business going. I'm going to help you get it set up, and I'm going to help you focus on that. It trickles over because, like you said, the mindset stuff trickles over. The things that as you level up in your business, you're going to level up in your life. And so that is true. The journaling exercises that I have, they're going to help you whether you say, what do I need to know in my business today? Or what do I need to know in my life today? What do I need to know in my marriage today? What do I need to know as a parent today? Whatever it is, change out the word, you can use the same thing, right? But if I go out and I'm saying, well, I'm a life coach or I'm a business coach, like, yes, I have the free spirit coaching on my site, but it was more to have it out there so people understand what it is when I say that that's a bonus that you get, or that that's included in your private coaching or whatever, that this is something that you get also. There needed to be a home to really explain what it is, because people wouldn't know what that is, right? It's kind of spiritual mentorship, that type of thing.
Right.
And so there are people out there that do that as that's their thing. They're a spiritual mentor and people hire them to be their spiritual coach, that kind of thing.
Right.
And that is part of what I can do for people if that's what they want. Okay. But God has me in the marketplace for a reason. He has me not in ministry at my church. Like, he has me there, but he wants me building a business on helping people build businesses. And so it may be that your DIY is strictly focused on leveling up your career, Because I want you to choose, are you going to be known as a life coach? Or are you going to be known as a career coach? If you're going to be known as a career coach, then everything you talk about has to really be around career. Now you can talk about how happy at home makes happy at work, and happy at work makes happy at home. And you can tie the two together, but it needs to be circled around this. I'm helping you with your career.
I know that was my first thought too, because I feel like as passionate as I am about the life coaching, that I'm I feel like that is sort of what God's calling me to do too, is because
Right.
I do that and I have done that for 13 years with my own staff.
Right.
I was wondering from a marketing standpoint, for example, with my upcoming book, right? So my working title is to unleash your CEO, how compassion, enthusiasm, and organization can transform your career and life.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's probably going to change when you get editors involved. But
Right.
I wanted to make the case that the strategies that I use for folks that are either, in the workplace and just needing to upskill, or perhaps they too are starting a business like me, and if they really want to feel like they're the CEO of their own lives, this is how you do it, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out the verbiage without, like you said, Stephanie, without looking like I have, like like,
You really have to just pick, and somebody can still come and hire you. Like somebody can still come and hire me if they want to, as a spiritual mentor, as a spiritual coach. We can still do that. Um, and I have my prices for that, but it's not what I talk about. Um,
so what about this? What about keeping all the career stuff that I developed, those 3 plans,
mhm.
and then have a tab on the website that would be like bonus options or something like that, where I might do just I want to say DYS again, a do it yourself life coaching, or like something with your personal, I don't know, just something to tie in the concept, because I want to lay the foundation
I
for the
think you can
book.
lay. You can do that. So you can do that like later. Once you've established yourself, you can add another layer. Once you've established
Mhm.
yourself as the expert career coach, I can help you get your career on track. I can help you up level your career, get that promotion, apply for that job,
Right.
that next level job, that kind of thing. Like being known as that person that's going to take you to the next level in your career, right? Once you have established that that's what you do, um, and you're consistently getting clients in that, okay, and you're doing that, then based on what you learn from those clients, you may find I need to add a level of life coaching, communication at home, whatever, something like that. But I don't want you to spend too much time assuming what people need before you have tested out what you know they need.
Okay. Yeah.
People need career coaching. Okay. And yes, people need life coaching, but I think life coaching is a little harder sell
Okay.
because people are very job focused. Um, and so it's just like, and I think that's where when I have gone back and forth, because I absolutely love doing freedom prayer. I love doing ministry sessions with people. I love helping them connect with God, communicate with Him, get answers from Him. And that majorly energizes me. But it's a huge education to get people to understand what that is.
Well, what
Because
about
it's
the
more than just prayer.
idea?
And so
Right.
I think it's the same thing where there are mindset coaches that can help you with getting over different mindset issues. But
Right.
if I'm stuck in something, I don't know it's a mindset issue. You have to educate me that it's a mindset issue. I just think I need more help on the strategy.
See, because I see what I'm doing more as personal growth,
Mhm.
right? But it's hard enough to get people to understand what a career coach is, much less a personal growth coach or a mindset coach.
Exactly.
To tie it back, because you always tell me to tie it back to what my niche would be, right?
Mhm.
And I think for me, what I get the most passionate about is the concept of being the CEO of your own life, whether that is you actually being a CEO or just feeling like you're rocking it at work and rocking it at home. So, like to go back to what you said about this other piece of your business where you have separate pricing for it, it's like an option. You kind of put it out there. You felt like it was something that you needed to do. Since I kind of felt that way about at least these possible two different friends who may or may never hire me to do this life coaching thing they were talking about. What about a tab that said, like I've got, well, I kind of want to think about the verbiage on the tabs, but what about just a separate tab that said, uh, CEO of your own household or something like that, where it's all about the
What if you don't
unleash your
actually
CEO
separate?
at,
What if you don't actually separate it? So the way that you just explained it
yeah,
as
taking charge of your life
taking
or
charge
taking
of your
charge.
life
Hmm.
so that you become the CEO in your work and your home, like,
Right.
and so that is a mindset issue about how I make choices, right?
Right. Coming from a place of abundance, coming from a place of
Right.
strength, coming from a place of faith, right? Although I don't get into the spiritual, it's still very
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what I was trying to clarify and explain to you, and I don't think I did it well, was I'm trying to lay the foundation for when I have a tab about the book. And and
So
and of
so
course
I
in the
think
book I'll explain
this is the
what
thing.
CEO means, in terms of some of the strategies, but I mean it really is about taking charge of your life, and that excites me more than anything.
Yeah.
Although I want it to be mostly with with regards to people in the workforce, because people are really struggling right now because of COVID. But if I did that, Stephanie, what would that look like in terms of what I sent you?
So
What would
what
I
I
have
want
to
you to
rephrase?
the way I want you to think about it is, you know what people need, which is the whole soul type of, like, we got to take care of it all, right?
Right, the well-being, yeah,
Okay.
well-rounded, yeah.
Well-rounded, right? But you got to think about the person that is seeking out help. They're trying to get the promotion. Maybe they've applied several times and they're just not getting where they want to go. They've let their boss know that they're interested in higher things and nobody's doing
Right,
anything about whatever that is. Whatever, you have to think about, where is their frustration and where do you
right,
meet that frustration? Where do you help? What
yeah,
is it that you do to fill the gap that's missing so that they can cure that frustration? Okay. And you deliver what they need, but you have to talk about your everything you do outwardly as far as how you advertise, what you talk about. 80% of it needs to be addressing what they think is their problem. It
right.
may not be their problem, but you have to be able to talk about it and tie it into what they think their problem is. I just can't get a promotion. I've been working here for 10 years and everybody else around me keeps getting a promotion except me. I keep getting passed over. Whatever that internal dialogue is that they are having. That's
Yes, and I remember working on that before because you made that point really well where you were like something like, do you feel frustrated at work? Do you feel like you're just banging your head against the wall? Do you feel that way at home, right? And I've done some of that in the website on different sections, but I probably could beef that up a little bit.
right. But the overall point of what I'm saying is that that's what you have to lead with. Okay? Is how you solve what they believe their problem is.
Okay.
Okay. Even though in the end, once they hire you, then you have the opportunity to say, well, I keep hearing you say this. Can we talk about that for a little bit? And you get to
Right,
address that issue that's actually like the mindset part of it, where they're not
right,
standing strong in their power, where they're giving away their power,
right,
where they are sabotaging themselves, whatever that may be, whether it's in their marriage or it's in their career with their boss. It's probably in both, right? And so
right.
that's where, or they're getting stomped all over at work because they're afraid to lose their job, so they won't stand up for themselves there, but they're taking it out on their
On their
spouse,
loved ones when they get
standing all
home.
over the
Yeah.
place in their spouse, right, with their spouse, because that's where they can have power and feel okay. um
Right.
and so that's where you have the opportunity is once you're working with them to address the whole thing. And you can still, it's not that you can't talk about the life sides of it, but it needs to be the 20%, not the 80%, because the 80% of what you talk about has really got to be about the thing they think is the problem.
Right.
As far as when it comes to how you, what you say you do, the subject matters, that you talk about on your Monday huddle, um, and all of that really needs to be career focused and all of that, because that's who you're wanting to attract, are those people that are, we had talked before about like middle management and up, and how do they continue to grow,
Right.
right? Or they're wanting to
Right.
get to that management level.
Right.
So you have to think about it from that standpoint. And
Okay.
when you put together, like even putting together what's included in here, needs to address, if I know they have these 5 pain points, I want to say, this is what I know about you. So you'll see this consistently on my sales pages. This is what I know about you. So it's kind of like, this is where I know you're struggling, right? I see you, I hear you, I
Right.
understand you, and this is how I can help you. So you talk about the transformation that you can provide for them. It's more about that than it is about the modules and like even the subjects of the modules. Like you still have to put that on there because you have your very detail oriented people, your analyzer type people that need to read all of it, right? They're going to read every single word on your sales page, right? But most people won't. They'll read less than half of it because they'll see like, does she understand me? So they'll read this is what I know about you, right? And then they say, and this is how I help you. And
That's right.
Sounds great. Let me schedule a call.
Right? Okay.
So somebody who doesn't fit your ideal client may be drawn to you because they like your personality, they like what you're talking about, and they say, you know what, I bet she could still help me. Even though I know she deals with people who are like at work, but I'm trying to do this other thing, I'm just trying to take care of whatever that is, like my life, whatever, like you said, the person that
in charge of your life.
Right. And so when you have that strategy call with them, when they contact you and say, okay, well, let's get on the phone, let's talk about it. When you have that enrollment call with them or that strategy call, then that's your opportunity to talk through, what do you really want? What do they really want out of life, and how you can help them, and then present a package that would do that for them. And it's okay in those situations to like make up a package on the fly that would fit them if you really want to work with them. Don't do it out of desperation. And feel and like stand in your own power and say, you know what, that's really not a fit for me. It's not what I do. But if I run across somebody that I think could help you, I'll send them I'll send you their information, right? So or you may know somebody like, I've had several people that I've talked to that they want to write a book or something, and I'm like, that's not what I help with, but let me send you to Kim, right?
Right.
And so I've still served them. I didn't serve them with one product. I've passed them on to somebody else, but I still served them. And so I wasn't in that lack of abundance type of mentality of, well, I don't do that, but I could. So let's go ahead and try to figure out how to make that happen because I could help them. There's plenty of other people out there. Now, if they really want to work with you, they may beg you, right? But I really want to work with you. Can we do something? And in that case, you can say, you know what? I can definitely do that. We'll just kind of pull out these parts. I'll put in some here, and you use your same package. You don't create, maybe it's not creating something brand new. You just say, you know what, I'm going to add a few of these other life things in there, and we'll take out a couple that are really specific to work, and we'll customize a couple things for you. But this is still the package. It's still the same.
And package. That would still be in line with what I wanted to offer from the beginning, which was that option to be customizable. I guess I was, because of the one friend of mine from high school I haven't seen in years, who was kind of tentatively reaching out to me on Facebook Messenger. I told her that, I said, well, I'm actually tweaking some things on my website where you could see the different packages. So, just, check it out in the next week or two. And if you see something that might be a good, let's schedule a call or whatever. And she seems very intimidated because she's not in the workforce. And I think she would just be, you just kind of get a feeling about some people. I think if she really did want to do this, I think she would be so great to work with. She is just such an awesome person. She's
So
just such
what
a
you may do
sweetheart.
in that case, if you would really like to work with her, then you can, instead of saying, wait, I'm about to change some things on my website, wait, like, let's go ahead and schedule some time to talk. Let's see how I might be able.
Yeah, I did do that. And so there's a possibility, when she comes, she's doing something else right now, either out of town or anyway. But she's also very meticulous and very, likes to read and kind of.
Sure.
So I just envisioned that she wanted to see some sort of like customizable options could be,
But this is what I want to
you know,
warn you about. Don't go make your website cater to her, because she's
right,
not your ideal client.
right,
You may
true,
still work with her, but just because
right,
you have that opportunity, don't go create something that then you've put on your website and everything. You can create a one-off
okay,
package at any time, send her a thing through, PayPal that says it's going to be this much. And like, it doesn't have to have all that detail. So we're going to take some of this and we're going to take some of this, and you do that within the conversation. So you can do that. You can create a package on the fly for her that you then
right,
the PayPal link and say, here you go. This is, this. And so you've discussed the price. She said, okay, yes, I'm on board. And then okay, I'm going to send you a PayPal link, and you do it. So you can do that. But I just don't, I want you to really decide, this is
sure,
my ideal client, and this is who I'm going to serve, and this is how I serve them.
okay,
And focus just on that, because if you try to spread too far, if you try to be too generic, all of that, then that's going to keep you from getting the clients that you need and that you want. So did that help you out? Are you more clear now on who you serve best and how you may message that? And are you a little bit better about making sure that you're not trying to split yourself in too many different directions just to appease one person that might want to hire you because they've mentioned something about a need that they have and that they wonder if it's something you could help them with? One of the things that I learned early on is that while I am able to help people with a lot of different things in their business or in their life, it's choosing one thing to become really good at and known for that sets you apart in the marketplace. And like I mentioned in the video, as I was coaching Dawn, you saw you can still help them in all those other ways. But when you're talking on social media, when you're doing videos, you're doing lives, YouTube, your blog posts, at least 80% of those posts need to be about your one thing for your one ideal client. And that's what's going to get you noticed. That's what's going to get you set apart, and what's going to help them really get to know you for what you help them with. I hope this was super helpful for you. If you feel that you need more help in your business and you want to go further with me, schedule a strategy call. I'm here for you. I offer these for free, and I'm always eager to talk to new business owners and hear about your goals and your vision for your business and help you put a strategy in place that's going to get you there the fastest way possible. You can book that at empoweredcreativitycoach.com/strategy.